The Kailua Hongwanji Mission has been a place of gratitude, harmony, and peace for its community for 50 years. Its members come from all over the windward side of Oahu and share in the teachings of Jodo Shinshu. We celebrate our golden anniversary by looking back at its history from its humble beginnings as a converted place of residence to the modern, multi-purpose facility it has become. Though our legacy as an independent temple began in 1968, there are those who remember a time before.
From 53 of November, I remember coming here, and it was across the street where the library is now. The temple was there probably up until 58, 59, I'm not sure, but never was used, just existing. And Social Hall was used as a community center. So Mr. President, who was running the show, he reserved every Sunday for Sunday school. So mostly for kids. I don't remember any adults coming. So they have service in the morning, and right afterwards, Sunday school Dharma classes. And then once a year we would practice for the Hana Matsuri for the big Hana Matsuri at Kapiolani. And that was a big thing for us because all the Buddhist denomination come over there for April Hana Matsuri, and then afterwards we'll have picnic there.
When I first started here, just a few years prior to that, in 1965, Reverend Shirasu was here, and he was recuperating from his heart attack. And after I started here, he felt recovered enough that he became the minister at Kailua Hongwanji. And then through his guidance and urging, he asked us to become Kailua Hongwanji. Until then, Kailua was a fukyojo, or a branch temple of Hawaii Betsui. And so we became Kailua Hongwanji in 1968 with the leadership of Teru Taniguchi as our president and several of our board members at that time.
From the beginning, Kailua Hongwanji made an impression on all members of the community, from kupuna to keiki, while supporting Dharma education and activities.
So going back as far as when I was in second grade, so this is actually before the formal start of the church. But yeah, so we had in the downstairs of the building, divided by partitions, 3 classrooms. Yeah, yeah. And each classroom held 2 grade levels of class, of kids. So we also did a lot of sports, and there was a lot of sports activities for us, and there was softball for the boys and volleyball and basketball, and we all participated. And so even on other days, there was actually practice. We did it at Kailua Field, and coach was Mr. Hoshino, and even Cookie would help out and coach. I remember, our story with Cookie's station wagon breaking down, coming back from softball practice, but on a rainy day. But there was a lot of big things, a lot of activities back then. So there were 2 services. The kids would go first in the morning. It was the first service, and after we were dismissed to go downstairs, the adults had their own service upstairs, and we could hear the piano playing and the gong, and we could hear them going through their services. But it was a packed house. All the pews were filled. There were extra chairs lining the aisle, and even those were filled. So every Sunday it was pretty, standing room only kind of thing.
The women of Kailua Hongwanji have always been the foundation of the temple. However, their roles have changed through the years as many moved from the kitchen to various leadership positions.
The Fujinkai met at the temple, and we had our regular officers. And what I recall, our very beginning was in 1967, where Reverend Mrs. Shirasu was our president. We did many things for the temple. Initially, the Fujinkai was the backbone of the temple as far as supporting the temple members. And so we did our regular refreshments at every service. We served punch and cookies at that time. Whereas today it's become like a meal, we have lunch. The Fujinkai women or BWA women did a lot of fundraising programs, projects. Through the hard work and generous donations of our members, we were able to contribute to our building fund. We're one of the major donors of this building, new building fund. And we donated like $25,000 at that time. And we have somewhat suspended the BWA because most of our members or our leaders from BWA has become leaders of the Kyodan.
The reason for the action was to suspend it was that it was just too much. As members of our temple, we wanted to make sure that our temple was our priority.
The construction of our new temple was in large part thanks to the generous donation of Dorothy Ono.
When I joined, Dorothy Ono was already a member, and they had 2 sons. The children grew up and graduated from college, and they were out on the mainland working. And of course, Dorothy was continued to be very active in the Hongwanji, both locally and later on when she became president of Kailua Hongwanji. She started to become active in the overall Hawaii Kyodan level. And so one day she called me and said, "Cookie, can you come over? I'd like to talk to you." And so I went over to her house, and she asked me, if I were to leave some of my money to the Hongwanji, what would you do? And so I told her, frankly, this is something that we've been talking about for a long, long time. We needed to rebuild our own temple because it's inaccessible to the elderly. They can't climb the stairs anymore, and it's going to fall apart. And so we need to rebuild the temple. And I would like to build a multi-purpose type building that can serve not only our own membership, but also maybe the community and other kind of activities. And so she thought about it and she said, "Okay, Cookie, I'll leave it in your hands. I trust you." And so we're so grateful that Dorothy was able to leave most of her estate.
Today, the temple has become a center of activities for many groups of people. These include meditation sessions, exercise group, Tai Chi, and classes in Ikebana, gardening, and Hanafuda. We hold regular Sunday services with First Family Sundays featuring engaging and creative activities for youngsters and their kupuna. Our annual Bon Dance continues to be very popular with the community, overflowing our property with dancing, socializing, and the best barbecue sticks, takuan, and andagi in Kailua. The temple has seen many changes in facilities, membership, and activities over the past 50 years. What has not changed is the strength of our Sangha and commitment to perpetuating the Dharma within the Windward Oahu community. We look forward to many more wonderful years.